Past life healing is the process by which you go into what's called the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records is basically the iCloud of everything that's ever existed, everything that ever will exist, everything that's ever been thought. And it's this etheric space that we all have access to, but some of us are just more attuned to it than others. Past lives are nothing new. Reincarnation is written about in the mystical aspects of all of the major world religions, so it's certainly not new age. And you can open up a million different BuzzFeed articles at this point to find stories of children who have these past life memories. We go into past lives and to get this information because it's very healing for us. It's exciting to know the details, but it's so much more than a party trick. You have too many past lives to count, not only on Earth, but in other dimensions and parallel experiences, the multiverse. And people come to me when they know that there's more than their therapist can offer to them, than their Reiki practitioner can offer them, than they can get to on their own. I help people with phobias they don't understand, fears, money blocks, all kinds of limiting beliefs, feelings of rejection, abandonment. We get information on specific relationships in our lives, whether that's parents or spouses or friends. It gives us information on soul purpose. We even get information on why we have health challenges that we have in this lifetime. And what it helps us to do is as we clear away the origin story of these limiting beliefs, it allows us to more confidently and fully step into the process of joyful and deliberate creation, which is what we are in this life to be able to do. What happens in a session is we let a download come to me, and my sessions just work like this. I'm just in a waking state. And we'll get whatever details we need to identify either a trauma that happened or something really positive that happened. A lot of times in past life healing, we're focusing on the trauma, but there's been just as many really positive and beautiful, abundant lifetimes too. If there was a trauma there, let's say where you had a partner who left for whatever reason. Maybe they went to battle. Maybe they fell in love with someone else. Maybe they just disappeared and you never really knew what happened to them. But in your mind, it creates this belief that people abandon me. Right. And it doesn't get dealt with. It doesn't get healed because, this is in the 1300s and you don't have access to mental health at this time. So the soul brings that belief into the next lifetime. And then because it's still resonant there, it happens again. So the belief gets even deeper. And this may happen a couple more times until you come into this lifetime where somehow your soul has this idea that, wait a minute, this isn't right. I'm ready to let this go. So we go into the records, we see these lifetimes, whatever lifetimes we need to see where this belief was established, and working with these high-level guides, we create this space where we release and reprogram this belief into the opposite, which is that I am lovable. People love me. People are committed to me. I know how to express my fears in relationships so that the people who love me can show up for me and comfort me as I need to. And when we pair this up with chakra balancing as well, which if it was a situation like this, there may be blocks in the heart space, which in this lifetime will affect your heart, your lungs, your shoulders, your upper back, your skin, your circulatory system. As we are opening up these energy centers as well, it's really accelerating your healing process into remembering how whole you are. Let's say we are tuning into this other lifetime where maybe you have money blocks in this lifetime we're in now. And we tune into this other lifetime where you are this successful, business owner, and you also have amazing friends, and maybe you have a family, and you really have a balance. We see in this lifetime that you are able to take a retreat for yourself every year to really maintain your mindset. And you have a beautiful spiritual practice. And we can see this other lifetime where you did have this support where you were able to access all of these things, and we allow your soul to remember it in this lifetime because that memory is just as real as this particular lifetime we're in. So we allow the soul to go, oh, right, I remember that feels like, which activates this frequency for you in this lifetime. I started doing Akashic healing with my mother when I was 5. So I've been doing this work for 30 years now, and past life healing is still coming up for me. It's not over. There's always more. Again, as we're talking about other dimensions, the multiverse, there's always more layers that we can get to. Yes, all time is ultimately happening at once, but in a healing session, it seems to work more efficiently for the human brain to break it down a little bit into something, if something is a past life, a future life, or a parallel life, what have you. All of the information you're looking for comes from the Akashic records. I see it over and over and over again. And it's always so interesting when a download will come through. I call them downloads. My client has no conscious memory of it, but they will start to cry, or they will feel lightness in the body if it's something really positive. So we have these somatic experiences, and this is happening online or in person. It doesn't matter, either one. There are these deep memories that we have that will come up in these sessions as we are doing this reprogramming, as we are doing this work. If you are looking for answers that you haven't been able to find yet, and I'm very wary of saying things like, if you've tried everything else, like try this, but honestly, if you've tried everything else, like try this. I've worked with people all around the world, all different ages, honestly, as young as 5, as old as 85. Actually, maybe that client was even older than that, from all different walks of life, different religions, spiritual practices, and it always resonates. My clients always feel lighter and more positive after just one session, but honestly, doing several sessions, depending on what your goal is really going to support feeling more connected, more receptive, more self-love, more compassion, and it just requires you to show up with an open mind and an open heart. So put your questions about past lives below, and if you're interested in booking a session, I would love to work with you.